Hey folks, this is Chris with Orion Figs. It is September 14th, 2023, and this is the first time I'm trying this fig. It's Fico Secco. It's also known as Moro de Caneva. Same fig. People had a question if this was the same, and there's a little spot. Let's see if I can show it here. Not sure how well I can show that spot, but there's a little spot right there where the stem meets the neck, where it almost has like little dots, almost like a dot collar. And you can see it on both figs, that little spot. And they were thinking that Fico Secco might not be Moro de Caneva, but my Fico Secco shows those spots. So a couple things I'd like to go over with these two figs. This is what I would consider perfectly ripened, right? It's got some ribbing showing, but it's heavy and soft to the touch. This is what drying on the tree in a dry climate looks like. You can see how, especially up by the neck, how it's shriveling and it's lost a lot of weight. So when our figs actually begin the process of drying on the tree, they lose approximately 25% of the weight. So that moisture comes out through the skin, and when it comes out through the skin, it creates this shriveling effect on the skin. So this is drying on the tree. This is perfectly ripened on the tree. Now, if you were in a humid place, it would look a little bit more like this, but it would be physically bigger, probably 25% bigger, because it'd be 25% more liquid in the fig. So that sweetness would be kind of rounded by a juiciness, whereas this, in all likelihood, has more of a creamy texture, and we'll have to wait and see what this one looks like. So that's the difference. So this fig is great shape for humid places. Why? It's got a long neck. It's got a slender shape, almost a teardrop shape. So when rain would hit it, the rain would run right off of it. And it has an incredibly beautiful closed eye. An open eye in a humid place can give you problems that can explode because of the humidity, and then you can get ants and you can get pests in through the eye. It isn't as big of a problem for us. Now this is a shape, this is Bass's favorite. This is shaped like a cauldron. It will have the rain run off of it, but it has much more surface area, more places to go wrong in a humid place. It has a medium eye, another spot that can cause problems in a humid place. So this fig can be grown in a humid climate, but you need a weather window, and it has a long hang time. So you need a long weather window. This is a great fig, but not as good of a choice as something that is physically smaller, so you have less surface area, more of a teardrop shape, so it will shed the water, and a tight eye. So this is a great fig and has been reported to be a great fig for humid places, and I can see why. So let's start by cutting into the one that I think will probably be perfectly ripened. And there we go. There we go. That's the one I think will be a little creamy in comparison to this one. So this is the one that's actually physically beginning the process of drying on the tree. Bear with me here. Okay, so what you'll notice about the fig on the right, the neck is starting to become translucent. You can see this one is glistening quite a bit, and this one here is glistening as well. They're both about the same. This one might be a little bit darker. So I'm going to guess that the difference we're going to taste is that this one on the right will be a little sweeter, and this one on the left will be really creamy, which I really like the creamy figs. So let's start with the one I think is not dried as much. Really unusual flavor. It is creamy with a nice seed crunch. Kind of an unusual flavor. I'm not really sure how to describe it. Let's try the one that might be ripened a little bit better or dried longer. More seed crunch, sweeter. It's an unusual taste. I like it. I like it because it's different. I think that's the biggest thing I like about it, is it's different. Would it be my go-to all the time? No, but I love to have diversity in figs, and it's different. And I'm gonna be putting this in ground and see how it'll do in ground. You know, when they go in ground, they change. The flavors change and usually are better in ground. So these are the first figs off of a tree, and I always warn people, don't make judgments on the first figs off of a tree because it will change. So far, I'm pleased with it. I'm definitely pleased with this as the first fig. Can't wait to get it in ground. It goes in ground next spring. So for those of you that watch my orchard videos, you'll see this one going in ground. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. As always, I always appreciate a subscription and a like. Thumbs ups always are appreciated. Take care now.